Eğer ki hayatımızda hiç eğer olmasaydı nasıl olurdu? Size şöyle söyleyeyim. Her şey daha az parlak, daha az yeşil olurdu ve daha az parlak yeşil. Çünkü eğerler ormanların derinliklerinde tek bir kibritle derinlerin kıvılcımını ateşler. Eğerler Nobel ve Guggenheim'ın aklına takılır ve o kodu bu kodu çözerler. Eğerlerle içinizden haykırmak gelir. Eğerler bariyerleri kırarlar. Asla yalnız yürümezler ve aşırı bulaşıcıdırlar. Eğerler aşikardır ve son anda golü atarlar. Eğerler dünü umursamazlar. Robotlarla bile konuşabilirler. Karşı takım soluklanırken oynamaya durmadan devam ederler. Sadece basit bir kelime, öyle mi? Hayır. Eğerler asla uyumazlar. Hep daha fazla çaba gösterirler. Eğerler bakar, araştırır ve en beklenmedik zamanda ortaya çıkarlar. Eğerler klonlanarak çoğalırlar. Acaba gerçekten yapabilir misin? Yaptın bile. Eğerler aklınıza girmeye çalışan güler yüzlü şakacılardır. Eğerler kapıları açarlar. Asla kaybetmeyeceklerini bilirler. Ve biraz gün ışığına her zaman hazırdırlar. Her şey bir eğerle başlar. Çünkü eğerler ne zaman dönüşür, ne zamanlarsa şimdi. Ve şimdi nasıla dönüşür. Nasılsa asıl. Eğerler bakış açınızı değiştirir. Eğerler oyunu değiştirir. Eğerler dünyayı değiştirir. Biliyoruz. Çünkü biz eğerlerle çalışıyoruz. Yakın Doğu Üniversitesi.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. His High Honorable Ersin Tatar, President of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, Professor Dr. Mustafa Kurt, Vice President of Near East University, Dr. Mark Baluz, the President of the International Society for Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, scientists, engineers, practitioners, and researchers. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 5th International Conference on New Developments in Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, organized jointly by Near East University and the Turkish Society of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Ilyas Abduli for his music presentation to the conference.
This one is going to change. This is going to be 50. And this one is going to be 40. Okay. Mustafa.
Now I would like to invite Professor Dr. Javid Atala, President of Near East University Earthquake and Soil Research and Evaluation Center, Organizing Committee Chair, 5th International Conference on New Developments in Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, and Professor Dr. S. Feyza Çinigiolu, immediate past President of Turkish Society for Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, Head, Department of Civil Engineering, Özyeğin University, Istanbul, Turkey, Organizing Committee Chair, 5th International Conference on New Developments in Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, to deliver their opening speeches.
Feyza Hocam, we are together, so you can go first. Ladies first.
Thank you very much, Professor Javid Atalar. I would like to express my deepest honor and pleasure of being here among your in the international conference of soil mechanics on the developments of soil mechanics and geotechnical engineering. As you know, this is the 5th one, and up to now we were having these conferences as face-to-face conferences. But after that COVID situation and following many adverse events and incidents, then we had to continue with it as an online conference. By that means, although we had to sacrifice from being together face to face and feeling the wonderful atmosphere of Cyprus, North Cyprus, I see that we haven't sacrificed at all from the scientific value of the conference. Of course, we will see it in the coming 2 days, but we have wonderful keynote speakers which are worldwide renowned and real experts in their fields, and also very valuable contributions from the authors. And acting as a co-chair of this conference is a great honor for me. And I owe this mostly to Professor Javid Atalar, because he is the person who is behind all the organization activities. And first of all, I would like to extend my thanks to Professor Cavit Atalar. And of course, without the support of nearest university, these conference series wouldn't be possible. And the proven success of the earlier ones enlighten our ways. And we hope that this new one will also be, although it's an online one, as successful as the others. In that sense, and we are also honored by the presence of the president of North Cyprus. And also, we would like to we have thanks to our president of International Society of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, and to the rector and vice rector of the nearest university. I wish a very fruitful conference to all the attendees.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. I got this saying from the Sydney conference, where I met Professor Dr. Mark Baluz. And it's a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to the 5th International Conference of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering. And from the start, which we started about 20 years ago, it was the utmost help of the Turkish society, which we've been able to achieve our goal and the success of the conference. And also our founding rector, Dr. Suat Günsel, and our management committee nearest university had Professor Dr. İrfan Günsel's support. Without their support, it wouldn't be successful. Although now we got hard times with online, you are with us, and this is Dr. Mark, you are the 5th president of the society to attend our conference, even online. And two of the presidents, Professor Pinto and Professor Bria, they were here in 2009 and 2012. And exactly 10 years ago, on the 28th of June, I received this tie from the hands of Professor Brio. And we are all thankful to all of you, and also to the participants which make this conference successful. Thank you all, and welcome again.
Hello, is it my turn?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. President.
Okay, I'm regretting one thing now. I wore the wrong tie because I have the same tie you have. Yeah, I was at the time board level committee chair, and here I am as president. I'm so honored to be part of this conference, really, really. And as president, I cannot but be proud of this conference. And I like to congratulate you and the organizers, my friends, for this courageous and inspirational conference. It's courageous to meet virtually in this pandemic. You know, this era is very difficult and pushed many organizers even to depression, postponing time after time their conference. And here you are doing it despite the pressure and starting with the lovely music, which is great. This conference is also inspirational because you are showing that any national society, large or small, can organize a top-notch conference such as this one. Your keynote lecturers, bomba, wonderful. I want to I want to ask all those listening to us, please connect to ISSMGE. The logo is here behind me. It's issmge.org. Easy. You will have you will see how the structure is built. We have more than 30 technical committees you can take part of. We have 6 board level committees directly relating to me with wonderful tasks. You have the time capsule project. I think many of you took part in it, and we're proceeding with this further and deeper and organizing it better. And more importantly, you have hundreds of papers, webinars, lectures with open access available for free to everyone. You cannot find this on any website, geotech website. And this is a clear message that ISSMGE is a society that gives, that serves for the well-being and the better future of our profession. And we are all doing it with all our love. We have new ideas. As president, I have new ideas and activities according to my vision. And to do that, I'm going to need your support. Ideas such as geoengineers without borders. Very soon you will see invitations to have 2 or 3 names from each country ready, of top-notch engineers ready to jump to any disaster area, whether it's a landslide or a dam failure or an earthquake, and help the population there and the communities. Give us a quick report. We report back to the officials or the governments of that area. This is our professional evaluation, and this is what you should do. Don't excavate and remove the rubble of this landslide. We should do this, do that. Some sort of advice, and this is to improve our image also towards the world. Everybody knows what is a dentist. Very few know what is geotechnical engineering. My goal is to let everyone on the street, anywhere around the globe, know what we do and how much we give to this population on the globe. Another idea is IITT, which is Interactive International Technical Talk. And this is going to be driven by the technical committees, the main horse of this idea. I will be the moderator of talks. Every month we're going to have a talk between a renowned person, as I promised in my promotional video before becoming president. We're going to have a renowned person, maybe one of you, with young engineers from different parts of the world, some in permafrost zones, some in Africa. And we already started the first lecture on tailings and materials that will be a YouTube channel to the ISSMGE website. And probably every 2 months we will have a new talk. And this will be part of the virtual university that will, that I already told you, it includes papers, webinars. So it will be also open, free access. Another idea I discussed with many of you that already visited, the idea of having a medal, a presidential medal, or whatever the award committee will call it, where I or one of the board members will go to a old person that has inspired many young engineers in his country and is doing a great job, but can no longer travel to be awarded in conferences. So we go to him, showing that we still care and we still thank him for his service. Finally, I like to wish you all a fruitful and fun conference. I will be attending most of it online as much as possible. And I hope to see you all in person very soon, my geotechnical family. Thank you very, very much for this time, and good luck.
We would like to wish to our president, Dr. Mark Baluz, for this wonderful and warm speech. Now, we will continue with Director of Near East University, Professor Mustafa Kurt.
Hello, everyone. His Excellency, the President of Northern Cyprus, Mr. Ersin Tatar, and distinguished academics. On behalf of Near East University, I would like to welcome you all to the 5th International Conference on the New Developments in Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering. Before we start, let me give you brief information about our university. The Near East University has set itself the main goal to optimize education, research, innovation, technology, and production in higher education. Achieving such a goal is only possible with extraordinary effort and planning. That is why we have been using all the resources we have in a very efficient way to direct, manage, and effectively coordinate education, research, innovation, technology, production, which are the 5 main elements of our basic goal. We host approximately 25,000 students from 90 different countries on our island. We have 20 faculties, 1 institute, 2 colleges, 3 vocational colleges, 212 undergraduate and associate degrees, 229 masters and doctorate programs. There are a total of 1,001 academic staff. This presence, experience, and action has increased the research performance of our university. In 2021, our academic units organized a total of 761 scientific events. A total of 1,502 Near East University affiliated publications were indexed in Web of Science and Scopus. Again, in 2021, our academics have carried out a total of 454 scientific projects. Our university is in the 801 and 1,000 band in the Times Higher Education World University rankings. Again, according to Times Higher Education Index, it is among the top 250 universities in the world in the fields of engineering and computer sciences. It is among the top 300 best young universities. And most important of all, in 2022, Near East University was ranked the 7th in quality education by Times Higher Education. Because of the location of our island, this conference is very important to our region. Discussions of the new developments in the field during the conference, I'm sure, will lead to new proactive solutions and suggestions. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers of this conference and wish it to be a successful event. Thank you very much.
I would like to invite Dr. Rasin Düzcer, President of Turkish Society of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, to deliver his opening speech.
Thank you. His Excellency Ersin Tataroğlu, President of Northern Cyprus, President of the International Society of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, Dr. Mark Baluz, immediate Past President of Turkish Geotechnical Society and co-chair of the conference, Professor Dr. Feyza Çincioğlu, and co-chair, Professor Dr. Cavit Atalar, distinguished members of the International Society, dear colleagues and friends. As the President of the Turkish National Society for Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 5th International Conference on New Developments in Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering. I would like to express my gratitude to organizing committee chairs, Professor Dr. Feyza Çincioğlu and Professor Dr. Cavit Atalar, for their contribution and excellent organization. I should like to extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to keynote lecturers. Dear participants, I will take this opportunity to touch briefly on the history and recent activities of Turkish Geotechnical Society. Turkish Geotechnical Society has been an active member of the international soil mechanics and geotechnical engineering community since 1947 in order to contribute to the development of soil mechanics and geotechnical engineering studies in Turkey and to bring the national knowledge to the international level and to create international and national discussion platforms. Since 1947, our society has organized numerous national and international conferences, congresses, and symposiums. One of the most important activities of our committee is to organize national symposium regularly every 2 years and brings together the geotechnical community of our country with their studies and evaluations. Our society continues its national and international activities with increasing desire and energy every day with the commitment and contribution of its members. We have 256 individual members, 108 student members, and total 364 members. Almost 30% of our members are student members, and our aim is to increase the number of our young members. Like most of the conferences in the world, some of the events organized by our society were postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic. And some of the events organized by or supported by the Turkish society are given now. The 18th National Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering Conference will be held at Erciyes University, Kayseri on 29 and 30 September 2022. Together with this conference, the second National Young Geotechnical Engineering Conference will be held on 28 September 2002. International workshop on advances in testing of liquefiable soil, organized by TC 101, Nicosia, Northern Cyprus, on 17 September 2022. Dear participants, as you know, world population, which was less than 2 billion in the beginning of the 20th century, has almost reached 8 billion in 2022 and continue to increase nearly 1% every year. By 2050, the world's population is expected to grow from 8 million to 10 billion, requiring 80% more energy and 70% more food. It's very clear that in near future, finding a drop of water to drink and clean air to breathe become a problem. It's utmost importance and significant challenge to reform the current production system to reduce carbon emissions and promote the capture of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. As designer, contractor, or academician, all geotechnical engineers have very important tasks and responsibilities to design and use sustainable techniques and material to reduce carbon footprint. The whole idea behind sustainability in general is to focus on innovative projects and technology that can be continuously utilized without harm to the planet, and that would ensure a decent quality of life for the future generations. I wish you a successful and fruitful conference. Thank you.
I would like to invite His High Honorable Ersin Tatar, President of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, to deliver his opening speech for the 5th International Conference on New Developments in Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be with you in this very important conference this morning in the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. I understand that through the Zoom connections, we are now talking to a number of academic personnel and engineers and related participants from many countries. This is very encouraging as far as that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is a modern state with a lot of connections with a great number of countries, having in this country students from more than 144 countries. And the graduation ceremonies that I have managed to participate last week, I was very honored and very happy to see those very colorful, beautiful young graduates from all sorts of countries celebrating their graduation. Therefore, I celebrate Nearest University for organizing this very significant conference. As I've been informed, Nearest University have organized conferences of this nature many times before, and now maybe with the pandemic, the significance of what we'll be talking is even more important these days. As the professor before me mentioned, that we have facing us a lot of challenges, especially the growth of population, despite all the measures taken to restrict growth so that we can have a more balanced population throughout the world, because this population obviously exerts great pressure on food, on environment, on the atmosphere, and all sorts of related problems associated with the spectacular and fast growth. Unfortunately, despite all these measures taken by the bigger powers of the world, we are seeing that the measures undertaken are not enough, and we still have critical dimensions to all these observations that the academic world is noting. Therefore, we would like to give our message to the whole world that we should be more responsible. Everybody should take care and impose self-control so that in total, this catastrophe that is probably expecting humanity is delayed. I'm using the word delayed because when I see how developments are going and how some countries can be selfish and self-centered, unfortunately, I see no hope how this would be prevented. However, maybe the next generation will be more successful. So at least this generation should do its best to preserve something for the next generation, and the next generation, I hope, will be able to take these important measures to protect the world. Having looked at the notes about this conference, we are talking about earthquakes, we are talking about movements and other catastrophes and imbalances throughout the world, throughout the region. Unfortunately, Cyprus, although we have not had a very serious earthquake in the last century, when you look at our history, going back centuries before, we have had some serious earthquakes in this part of the world. Therefore, we are in this zone, and since we are in this earthquake zone, we should be very careful, and I'm very privileged and honored that also advisor to our presidency, Professor Dr. Cavit Atalar, is taking a lot of initiative to advise our government and other related institutions like our engineers and architects that all these new buildings should take into account seriously the risk of an earthquake, so that all buildings, all other related infrastructure should be built on taking into account the risks involved, so that the necessary measures are taken to begin with the architecture, with the engineering, mechanical, and the other engineering aspects of a serious building, so that we can be more safe and protect our children and our society from potential dangers. I once more congratulate the university and the participants in this conference. These kind of activities, obviously, from an academic institution, is very valuable. I hope that conferences and participations like this do take place throughout the world. And if people, civil society, universities, and all the others take the initiative to talk, to express their views, to be able to have the opportunity to deliver their speech and their views and their studies, then all together, when you collect all these are very important and valuable data, very valuable source of information, so that people in charge, whether in government, whether in civil society, wherever, they can make use and take this opportunity and the information available to be able to take initiatives to avoid risks, and to, as I said in the first part of my speech, that we do our best. We are we are aware of our responsibility for humankind, for our children, for the next generations. I made a few speeches when I was delivering diplomas to the new graduates, and I said to them that the real challenge starts now. You've studied, you have graduated. This is obviously excellent. You have studied this beautiful island in Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, one of the best spots in the world, not only in the Mediterranean, but in the world. Climate, weather, environment, beautiful. And you have tested yourselves, you have passed your examinations, you have now graduated, but this is just a stepping stone to real challenges of the world. Therefore, I said to them, your first priority should be your contribution to the development and growth of your country, of your people, and earning money and earning self-prestige and self-satisfaction should be your second and third priorities. First priority should be with the knowledge, with the education, and with the support of your family. You have received this graduation diploma, which is very obviously important in as far as it would open you new gates to further opportunities. However, your first priority, your first conviction should be how I am, as a young graduate, will be able to contribute to the development, to the growth, and for a better society of the country that I belong. Therefore, this is basically, in a nutshell, the short message that I've been trying to give, because I believe that the world is at a critical juncture. If we are able to educate the young generation that the real test, the critical moment of the our world, our planet in the half a century ahead, I'm not saying century, half a century ahead, then maybe this message will be distributed worldwide so that everybody does something to contribute to the well-being of all of us. Because if you say, oh, I only care about me, then at the end of it, if everybody says, I only care about me, then that would effectively invite catastrophe. Therefore, let's all be responsible. Let's all be honest. Let's all be caring. And let's care for the others. Let's care for the poorer. Let's care for those people who, during the pandemic, could not even find any aşı, because, as you know, the developed countries, they were able to develop their aşı. However, the poorer countries in Africa were not able to promote their aşı, the medicine that would prevent us from the pandemic, and therefore we should learn how to share. That's my message. We should learn how to share. In this world and in the world ahead, I think the critical question is if humanity will be able to share. If some of the people in the bigger powers of the world, they are very, very rich, and the others are very, very poor, that's not very encouraging. That cannot be the right answer. So we should be able to develop all these sensitivities about our life, about the world, about our future. Thank you very much for listening to me. I've tried to just say a few words to basically give you an introduction to this, as I say, important organization. I once more congratulate the nearest university and also Javit Atalar and the other personnel, academic personnel who have participated in organizing this Zoom conference, which I hope will have very good results so that we can share these results and the conclusions that will be made with other institutions, universities, and civil society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. President, Professor Dr. Ersin Tatar of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. If Evren Bey can put us in a single picture, the speakers, if it's possible, Mr. President, we can have a picture on Zoom
Yes.
with you. And we'll put it on our page so we can have a good memory of you. And it's a very good speech. Thank you very much. We are honored. Feyza Hocam.
Thank you. Thank you, Javit Bey.
Feyza Hocam.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. This was really a very inspiring and touching speech in all the ways. Thank you very much.
Feyzana, where are you? Where are you
This
now?
was a real lecture.
Feyzana, where are you? Where?
I am in Istanbul. I am
Eyvallah.
from
Rasım Bey sen nerede?
Istanbul again.
Mark Balaus.
I'm
Where are
in
you?
Lebanon.
In Lebanon. Hi.
Hi.
How
I
about
can
you,
swim to you.
Professor? Where are you?
From South Korea.
South Korea. Hello.
Hello.
I'm very honored. I'm very excited that we are talking to South area this morning. And this is how technology and Zoom connections. So
Evren.
Four times I've been there in Cyprus already.
next time you come, please visit me.
Sure, thank you.
Okay. He bought his ticket, but unfortunately he couldn't come. I also went 5 times to Korea, Mr. President. Evren, is Dr. Sultan Lakas, if she's present, she can take the picture.
Yes, Suzan Lakas, yes.
Evren Bey, if Suzan Lakas here in 1 minute, we can take the picture. Okay, can you take the picture, Evren
Yes.
Bey? Evren Bey duyuyor musun?
Cavit Hocam çektiğini söylüyor.
Suzan gelemez. Evren Bey, duyuyor musun beni?
Günaydın Sayın Hocam, Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım. Hoş geldiniz. Thank you very much for joining us and distinguished guests. The picture is taken and everything is under control. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Is Suzan Lakas online? Is
She's
Suzan
at
Lakas?
session 1 at the moment.
No, is she online? If she's online, can you put her in picture, please?
Yes, I will put her in the picture from the other broadcast and I will connect it to the broadcast here within. But she's at the other session, so
It doesn't matter, but
okay, I will make her a full screen also for the picture. And yes, it's coming.
good morning, Suzan. Can you put it on picture, Evren Bey, please? Can you put it on
Hocam
picture?
diğer session'dadır, diğer yayındadır şu anda kendileri.
You cannot put her on picture.
Buradadır hocam. Aldık resmi, tamamdır.
Alamaz mısın kendini bu tarafa?
Aldım hocam resmi, tamamdır.
Tamam, koy bizi, hepimizi Cumhurbaşkanıyla bir fotoğraf çekelim.
Evet hocam,
Suzan da olsun.
diğer oturuma girdi şu anda. Yanlış yere girdi sanırım. Böyle
Alamazsın.
görünüyor.
Alamazsan Cumhurbaşkanını alabilir misin?
No, sir. She's actually entered to session 1. So
Okay.
we are continue. And Mr. President, thank you very much for your speech.
Who was that lady? Who was that lady, Javit Bey?
She is very important scientist from Norway and Canada.
Norway and Canada.
And
Yes.
first key not speaker. And she just missed becoming the president in 2009.
And
Of her country? Of her country?
Yes.
No, for our society.
What's her subject? What is her subject?
Almost everything in geotechnical engineering, Your Excellency. She is one of the greatest of this century, really.
Shame that we missed being able to take a picture with her.
Yes.
Never mind. Next time.
She was very, very keen to come to North Cyprus, but unfortunately,
Yes.
she couldn't. But she
She
joined
was
us.
really very kind. She
Anyhow,
accepted to come personally to
Next time.
Cyprus.
Next time.
And,
Next time,
and she's
next time.
also a classmate of Bülent Eczacıbaşı
Anyhow,
in United States.
I
Mr.
want to-
President.
yes, please, Mark.
Yeah, I'm the president of SSMGE. I'm originally based in Austin, Texas. I'm now visiting my parents in Lebanon, and I want to tell you that your message really touched me to the deepest part of my heart, that we all should share
Yes.
and look forward to a better future only if we help each other and save this planet.
Well, at the end of the day, that's the final target. Everybody knows this, but people talk, they are not sincere. People talk, they take decisions, they continue to do what they used to do. They never change. That's how I see it. Unfortunately. I don't know.
I'm very
I am hopeless. I am hopeless about this generation. Maybe the world will manage to sustain until the next generation. Maybe the next generation will be more responsible. I hope.
Our kids will help us.
Yes, next generation. I hope.
It's an honor, pleasure to meet you. Hopefully one day in person.
I hope so.
Thank you very much.
You're always welcome to North Cyprus. From Lebanon, I think we are just half an hour. Only half an hour. Yes.
I can come swimming.
Mr. President, he promised me in Sydney when he was elected that he will come by his yacht. But unfortunately, he is
Next
online.
time.
But he's with us as well.
I
Anyway.
keep my promises. Next time.
Next
Once
time.
more, heartfelt congratulations. All the best. I hope this conference can come out with some positive results and conclusions. And if you can send me, Javit Bey, your conclusions, I will be very interested to read them.
I will do, Mr. President, with pleasure.
Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Mr.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
President, have a nice
Excellent.
day and thank you again.
대통령 왔으니까 뭐 끝났네. 수상 강의자하고.
Evren Bey, now we have to change sessions. Maybe we have to change. I'm not quite sure. I'm waiting for Evren.
Eğer ki hayatımızda hiç eğer olmasaydı nasıl olurdu? Size şöyle söyleyeyim. Her şey daha az parlak, daha az yeşil olurdu ve daha az parlak yeşil. Çünkü eğerler ormanların derinliklerinde tek bir kibritle derinlerin kıvılcımını ateşler. Eğerler Nobel ve Guggenheim'ın aklına takılır. ve o kodu bu kodu çözerler. Eğerlerle içinizden haykırmak gelir. Eğerler bariyerleri kırarlar. Asla yalnız yürümezler ve aşırı bulaşıcıdırlar. Eğerler aşikardır ve son anda golü atarlar. Eğerler dünü umursamazlar, robotlarla bile konuşabilirler. Karşı takım soluklanırken oynamaya durmadan devam ederler. Sadece basit bir kelime öyle mi? Hayır. Eğerler asla uyumazlar, hep daha fazla çaba gösterirler. Eğerler bakar, araştırır ve en beklenmedik zamanda ortaya çıkarlar. Eğerler klonlanarak çoğalırlar. Acaba gerçekten yapabilir misin? Yaptın bile. Eğerler aklınıza girmeye çalışan güler yüzlü şakacılardır. Eğerler kapıları açarlar, asla kaybetmeyeceklerini bilirler. Ve biraz gün ışığına her zaman hazırdırlar. Her şey bir eğerle başlar. Çünkü eğerler ne zaman dönüşür, ne zamanlarsa şimdi. Ve şimdi nasıla dönüşür. Nasılsa asıl. Eğerler bakış açınızı değiştirir. Eğerler oyunu değiştirir. Eğerler dünyayı değiştirir. Biliyoruz. Çünkü biz eğerlerle çalışıyoruz. Yakın Doğu Üniversitesi.